Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Empire of Turan. Not Iran, Turan, which is ran by Sogdians such as Empress Nazgul the Bottomless. Which, mind you, the nickname of Bottomless is from winning a drinking contest, which was like 2 decades ago or something. And I believe that was during my first pregnancy when I took part of the drinking contest, even though no woman in the world should be drinking while pregnant, because, but at least I did pick up the drunkard trait. So the eldest daughter, who's one of the first of the new generation of shield maidens, is born okay. Also, I want to correct a little bit of something on some of the things I should have addressed episodes ago, as far as, the word differences between Persian and Sogdian. I mean, we know it's Empress instead of, Benebshin, which, mind you, Benebshin or Bambishan, was a Middle Persian title, which is Middle Persian language, meaning queen. It's dated from the Sasanian era. So, since she's Empress, and I guess they just simply call it Empress because I assume in the game they wouldn't say their full name, because the full version of the title would be Babin Shednan. Hold on. Bambishan, Queen of Queens, or would have been Benebshan and Benebsheb, alternate. But there is a Sogdian word for Benebshan, Queen, mind you. The Sogdian word is Bambusht. So would that be Bambusht and Bambusht? Bambusht and non-Bambusht? I don't know. Yeah, that's just a little, just a little bit of fact on the language and the words. But I don't think a Sogdiana ever had a Queen of Queens. I just made up a word, just assuming, because Bambusht, it's Sogdian for Queen. So I just came up with Queen of Queens, assuming how it's pronounced or may have sounded like. Now let's move on. Now that we've taken a bit of a Sogdian language course, which I only like. 3 Sogdian words. Actually, 4. Navik. But, however, that's a Yagnobi word, which is a evolved language from Sogdian. Yeah, the Yagnobi people, they're still around today. They're the actual descendants of the Sogdians. They're still with us. And I've mentioned it on past episodes every once in a while. Now, let's get back to the political realities of Crusader Kings 2 of the Sogdian Saga. Now, in the last episode, we created an empire, and now we've taken our interest towards the Western Protectorate, particularly in the area of Khotan, which is currently run by an Afghan queen, although it's like, yes, part of that family, but she was raised as an Afghan, despite having a Tocharian father. So at some point in her life, she probably was, a guardian was Afghan, so therefore raised her to speak Afghan. Although it may or may not change back to Tocharian based on where she lives now. Or worse, Yurchin. But there is a man that we brought him here recently, which I befriended him. Well, I mean, not close friends, but we've solved with him enough, to which he gained me a favor. So yeah, he owes me a favor. So I used that favor, despite the fact that he's a Buddhist, and you can never invite people to court of somebody who's a completely different faith. They'll never do that. Unless you have a favor, whether you spend your money on, or what I did, alternatively, was to sway. And let me introduce you to this very important person of a Tocharian origin. A VIP, if you will. And he's currently my trade master. This is Shahzada Priyadeve. He's from Khotan, or in the Tocharian native name over there is Ytarimypoy, which I assume that's how it's pronounced, since I don't know the true pronunciation of the Tocharian language. So yeah, we swayed him to get a favor from him, which I did some reading on the swaying, which, like, for many of my playthroughs, I thought swaying is just, I'll just make the guy like me and that's that. But no, there's more to it. It just depends on your skills and certain traits. Like how I got a favor from him is when, you know, we invited him on that one visit to Samarkand for a festival. Yeah, and have an option to try to flip their personality trait to matching mine. I mean, he's a trusting and honest man, so that's one of the things that worked. So yeah, the Swear has a lifestyle trait, which he does not. I do. I'm a hunter, which is due to that warrior lodge. So yes, I'm a hunter, or if you want to use a female term, huntress. So yeah, this is what happens. How you get to Sway. Like you invite him a long visit. Like come on over to the palace. So it's an opportunity to become friends or lovers. And also how he owes me a favor requires an opinion of plus 40. More likely if they are charitable. Which, I'm not charitable. And, he's not. So, it's just I got lucky, I guess. Even though it says can copy my lifestyle trait, which only the following lifestyles can be copied. Just remember, people, for those who want to sway characters like him. Especially those who have a strong claimant, which would be useful. Lifestyles such as Scholar, Mystic, Hunter, Gardener, Duelist, Architect, Hedonist, Game Master, Socializer, and Falconer. So yeah, I'm a gregarious person, although I'm not a socializer. At least he's not shy, but he was trusting, so that's how... Like, if the visit goes well and the opinion is high, there's a small chance that, you know, he can pick up one of your lifestyle traits, or you become best friends, or become a lover. But we got a favor, and we used that favor. We brought him in, despite the fact that he's a Buddhist, and I'm a Zoroastrian. And we brought him here to be the trade master. So he's a member of the Great Trade League, because we got to put his high stewardship skill to use. Let him make a little bit of money before we put him into the throne, put him back in his homeland, because he was the ruler of Khotan, which, by the way, yeah, after the old ruler committed suicide some 7 years ago, and then on 923, on January 5th, he became the new Shah, or king, if you will. But 2 years later, he was overthrown because installation by faction demand, by people who demanded a more, you know, a senior Shah or Khan, because Jurchen control, to be the ruler there. But he died a mangled mess. Probably was a victim of a spear throwing contest or whatnot. And now this Khanum or Queen or Benebjan, if they even use that over there in the Tocharian language, this woman has been ruling earlier this year. But she's picked up a life of seduction, and she's going to start seducing men in the realm, which is not good, because we know this man we brought here is the heir. And because going for an intriguing lifestyle, we can't kill her. And it takes a while to put a bounty on her head, and someone's got to take her down. No, I want this land liberated. All of it. Khotan, especially areas that are under direct vassal control, this needs to be liberated, because the Han Empire, no, excuse me, you're thinking of Han ethnicity, the Han took it over. And then they fought against us because the Tang Empire, their emperor, hated Mazdans, us Zoroastrians. And we resisted, we beat him back, and during that time, then they took over. They're the new rulers there, even though they're in a period of isolation and civil war. And it could end up in a new dynasty, which I would say it's probably going to be likely, because his policy of isolationist refuses the help of foreign commanders to try to beat the rebels. In which I hope the native Chinese would take their throne back, open up China, and then we start making money of the silk trade again. And, you know, I have a habit in my past series where I have a grand plan mapped out and thinking it would start immediately, only to have second thoughts and just, oh, let's wait until we have an appropriate amount of money, or this and then the other. Well, this is no exception, because I was planning on performing or holding, I should say, the Jeshan festival, but no, not yet. We need money still. Like, say, around 1,000, with the help of the local resources that we make money off of, because here, 2 flax fields and a tannery. That's good income. Oh, and do not forget a bit of the stone quarry down in Bulk, which I personally control it, but I tend to forget that I even run that area. If this turns Sogdian culture, since that's technically Persian, well, great. Then Bulk might as well be, you know, Bactria again, in a sense. Because that was its ancient name, at least, another perspective. And blast, this keeps happening a lot. That's what I mean by, you don't want to go to war just yet. We need a little bit more money. You already like me well enough. So I'll just impress you one more time, and hey, you picked up a +1 martial skill. Due to this talk. I didn't know that. I thought it's just, oh, that's this and that, but hey, a little bit helps. Oh, by the way, since you are very important, and you got no intrigues because you are trusting and honest, which honestly, trusting and honest is not a trait you want to have in the Great Trade League. But there's a way to protect you from, you know, people who probably want to get rid of you, especially from those others who kicked you out of there. I got a gift for you. Good crossbow. I mean, I hardly ever use this thing, but it has plot power defense, and a little bit of combat skill, and a little bit of martial. So, yes, it's a semi-automatic crossbow of sorts. In other words, yeah, as you do your work in the Trade League, as a trade master, you can protect yourself from malefactors. And I'll keep well in mind, if there's a plot against you, I'll tell them to stop. Because you are too important to lose when we push that claim of yours to liberate your kingdom. Or Shahdom. Yep, I gave it to you. So yeah, just imagine one day, ruffians come over, and he's like, hey, give us your grain or whatever your goods. And he's like, back off. And then he brings us out, and I have no idea what the hell that thing is, and shoots these thugs, and then they would run off with this thing. Yeah. You are the merchant prince. That's what are you, Priyadeve? The merchant prince for the time being. I think we have to wait at least 2 years or so before we can actually declare this war. Because I'm not confident enough, because monetary issues, and some of that's going to be going to him. And oh yeah, you control that southern area. In which, I'm going to be honest, I wish that land would be split up. I mean, why isn't? I mean, we can create Bakar, but Sistan is under Miri control by this one man there. Yeah. I got it. I mean, yes, it's under Khotan control, but someone's got to run the place. Because I'm willing to create it, but it's going to be a bit pricey when being creating a Duchy of Bakar, even though it's down in the Indus. And plus, we put our retinue there in case if there's a Manichaean uprising, which it'll be dealt with. I'll be in a position, and so will Ranisa, the heir and shield maiden. And soon, we'll have another shield maiden, once she grows up in a few years. Bought yourself a sack of grain, huh? Oh, don't let me keep him. Also, you got a rival. Who's he? Is he in Trade League? No, but he's just about as bad as a fighter as you are. So, I mean, he's stressed. You're not. You're in good health and bought your weapon. Should have crafted you a piece of armor. Set of armor. Why do you keep saying that? But, Luntai. Oh, yeah. I guess you had a rivalry back home. That's the issue, huh? See if I can get rid of him for you. Like I can antagonize him and whatnot. Either that or old age will get the best of him. And this ugly Tocharian Norman will be running that country, part of the country. At least he bought a cheap trade good, and not something expensive where I would have to, well, give out another 250 gold to him. We're just waiting for the right moment. And I would also like to increase the retinue size a bit. But they're pretty pricey. I mean, you know, that evil man is still in prison, and I haven't revoked his titles. Although the easiest thing in the world is, I would land the character who's my trade master, which we would have taken that Tocharian kingdom and put him in our empire, but no. I want to do a slightly different route where it's like, okay, we'll liberate it, and then we vassalize it. I'm not saying it's more fun that way, it's just the trade master position is important to me because, you know, our last war with China was pretty costly, where we were nearly bankrupt at one point. That man, if he has a bit of a easy for me to say, momentum going on with his piece of business, then I'll soon tell him to focus on profit, where he can make a lot of money, so that every once in a while, when we are financially strained because of war, I can demand some of the money from him. That's my idea. Jihad for Arabia. The Sunni Caliph fights against, yes, the Sultanate of Arabia. Which is interesting because it's separate from Iraq, who's also the Sultan of Abyssinia, Rajputana, Gujarat, Malwa, Yemen, and Sindh. Just a bit of that, Arabia. That's a waste. I mean, no doubt the Arabian Empire may want to jump in on it. It's no concern of ours, because, you know, we're focusing on a different plan. You win, didn't you? Oh, white peace. At least the next guy will be more positive towards me. That's the other Ranisa, not the heir Ranisa. Which appears she's promoted. She's a warrior now. And Nana, the crazy possessed daughter, gets more training. Which, by the way, we need to put the shield maidens up in the front, you know, for that future conflict. Because we got enough of the, of commanders of certain traits, where I'm like, well, we don't need that. Well, this none yet. You have a tendency to say that a lot. This and that and the other. I believe you're the strategist. No. No, you're not. No, not you. You may have good skill, but you're too valuable for us. Let's just hope they pick up, you know, Chinese tactics, because the Chinese strategist is still with us. So, okay. I mean, I wanted to make it 2,000 strong at the least. At the most. Oh, just curious. One moment. Never mind. I just had a thought, but just, nothing. Just nothing. Curiosity once killed a cat. Brawny man. And you bought a stack of wool cloths. It looks like, yeah, you did spend a little bit of that money. What are you going to do with them? That's the real question. I mean, I'm trying to get rid of your rival before he has a chance to duel you, despite the combat skill and old age. I mean, he's getting older, while you are younger, and I mean, you could take him on. And plus, I give you this crossbow, so that you may stand a better chance of defending yourself against that old man who wants your head. And he's probably responsible for overthrowing you of your kingdom, and we later brought you here by favor, because you've been so nice to me, and I've been so nice to you. That's how our relationship is described. Again, war will not be declared until a few years' time. I did not want to rush it because I... Nephew, they call him the Careless, but I believe that's due to him being arbitrary. So wait until we reach 1,000, and then increase the retinue size. And then wait till we make another 1,000, then war is declared. Because I need to get it up to 2,000 strong, because I believe that's an ideal number. And I know what role I'm going to do with them. Again, he likes me well enough. Even if I helped him out on his martial skill a bit, but he's uninterested on such things. Just for reference, for future conflict with China, I need to know their commanders. Because there could be somebody in there that we gotta get them to defect onto our side. Although sometimes they'll just spawn with newer commanders instead of these guys. Oh, wait a minute. What's the skill of that court position of theirs? The learning part. 8, never mind. Despite the fact that he's renowned, they say. Drop dead, Selevande. Glad the garrison's big enough to keep them at bay. Everyone what you got. Everything you got. And that's your first battle. Also, you're what? Not sleeping well, huh? Well, this will wake you up. I think it should be good form to remind a bastard of his proper place in Sogdian society. Tocharian society. Every once in a while. I'm sure that Count Selevande will appreciate my thoughtfulness. You're the most disgraceful count. I need to get him to duel against me. Get rid of that old man, and then the merchant prince will be safe from malefactors. A man of faith, and also heavy infantry leader. Can we recruit you? No? But do you want him? No? Okay. guess you sold it, or did you send a shipment into one of the counties? No, but nonetheless, he made some capital. Just wait until we reach 1,000 and start spending to increase the retinue size. So it's that way. Ah yes, my daughter who's betrothed to Priyadeve. They'll get married in 2 years' time. Even though it doesn't look like it's gonna go to the way I would want to worry, but I don't care. You're just simply going to be his bodyguard / wife. After years of confusing warfare and shifting alliances, the Chinese Civil War is finally over. The foreign dynasty has fallen and China is once more ruled by a native Han emperor. Ping Gaozu, the former governor of Kaifeng, defeated not just the loyalist armies, but several rebel factions. Things are slowly returning to normal, and the Middle Kingdom and the Silk Road is safe again. Alright, we get to make some more silk money while we plan on, declaring war against them. So, the Jin Empire. He likes Jains, but doesn't like African cultures. But hey, it's open. And here we go, silk money's coming in. But remember, stick with the plan. Just because there's a new administration does not mean that from Nepal. You want a non-aggression? Alright. But you are a small country. Let that be reminded of you. What are you up to? Sibyl, what is it? Sibyl. Oh yeah, that woman. I don't care about her. But keep looking, just in case if they're plotting against the merchant prince. I mean, there's no plot against him. Because I don't want him to die or get killed in a duel with the old man. Because I don't think he knows how to defend himself, even though he's pretty sturdy. He's a big man. He'll manage. Should have given him one of my old swords, but it'll do. It's just to protect him from assassination since he has no intrigue because of his personalities. Alright. Like hell that's gonna happen. Remember, it's 1250. So, get it up to 2,000. To get it up to 2,000. So it's gonna have to be 1, 2, 3. 50. 2,000 strong. But we could add a little more, so that's what is it today? Alright. So this plus 2,500. Okay. I think 2,500 is ideal. And I will not spend any more on a horse archer retinue. Whenever our empire gets bigger and the retinue size gets bigger, and if we want to increase retinue size, spend it on cavalry. No more horse archers. We'll just have an elite cavalry arm consist of largely heavy infantry with some horse archers and a bit of heavy cavalry. That's what I imagine in the future of our elite unit. So now, let's make some money again now that we have the silk. She's become brawny and dull. Well, quick and dull is makes a match, and she's just picked up content just now. Whatever works. Don't you worry, there will be a time of war. If the princes remain alive. And a duel for honor? Very well. This is between mother and daughter. It's for honor. You got a very good combat skill, but I'm still better. even if I donated my armor to you. Despite what has gone what feels like hours, the initial confidence I felt began to wane. My movements are getting sloppy, then just when he's about to give way, I whack my wooden staff into her hand. So she's got a swollen wrist. Sorry about that. It was for honor. And I know you have issues with this Serbian man, but good. And he sold the grain. Hey, since we're making good money, tell you what, when the course of the war passes, by, all right, why not? Why not, shield daughter? I mean, there doesn't appear to be any shipments of anything except a trade run and artisan workshop, despite looters. No trade goods in the area. Look here. This is a poor country. It's only a stone quarry and a shepherd community there. But nobody's a member of the trade league to use them. Not even he. Despite his stewardship skills, the new protector general. So I guess he kicked the urchins out, but the question is, did he get some new commanders? I mean, I say yes, but I mean, not landed. These are the same ones that are still in service. They didn't mind the changeover. One of the rebel leaders, I guess. I'll keep that well in mind. It's going to take a while for them to get fully reinforced by the time hostilities begin. But remember, there's still some money going to be spent on, oh, don't use the retinue. That Jeshen festival. Don't forget about them. I was about to say, isn't there... Oh, no, wait a minute. There you go. Yeah, we still have to use that money to the Jeshen festival. Oh, he's already making tributaries, so... I mean, of course he's going to need friends, huh? Because... probably thanks to the attention, so... Oh yeah, we're going to go kill that Pecheneg woman. Bend a little if you have to. As more counties prosper, meaning more manpower, more tax. Speaking of tax, I still can't get rid of stress because of my damn husband. Let's up more on the city tax. I mean, sure, Temple will go up too, but Samarkand has a lot of cities. Due to the Silk Road, now that it's open again, the trade route, and the Jewish settlement. So locally, we have very good tax. Even though we're using a... Oh, blasts. We got her. Alright, go. These picked up Patient, which is fine. Patient gives you a little bit more of that combat skill, which is what you need in order to defend yourself against that old man I'm trying to antagonize. So, I'm not sympathetic, but the question is, are you? Not yet. But we're still good buddies. I'm going to keep swinging until the beginning of hostilities. Unfortunately, it's past the season, so just wait, alright? The Fall of 33. Crate of weapons and armor. Try to hold on to that. I mean, don't sell it. I mean, I could tell you to invest it here when the war begins. That didn't last long. So now, this part is under Western Protector. And that's a good strength. Some of that event spawned because they've been around for a while. But he's got other business to take care of. Maybe that's why he has those troops numbers like that. Honestly, we should go up there and deal with them too, but that's hindering our defenses for that future conflict. You're a disgraceful count. Hope you die. Wouldn't that be river crossing? I mean, desert's one thing. Oh, wait a minute, that has infantry. We need some assistance here. Oh, that's pretty good. Khotan does provide good troops. I mean, after all, they're the ones that conquered the southern regions. Wait for it to go up and we'll pick them up. So, you're going to be teaching my shield maidens. Flat terrain. Expert. Steps. Plains. Yes. Yeah, I owe you a favor, Karstrang. Karstrang the Lion. Now my shield maidens have some tactics to adapt. And because of this, you are now my Eranspabon. Oh, you're better than the previous person that got fired. Okay, let's go. Stop them. Stop them from breaking those defenses down when China comes in. Oh hell, we could have handled this ourselves. What the hell were we thinking? This is why delays cannot be tolerated. Ranisa. Oh, Ranisa. I remember you were wounded because I smacked you in the head with that... No, hand. It's her hand infection that just got infected. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm sorry. I mean, if you pass... if you die, then it's Chantis, who is not yet a member of the Warrior Lodge, based on, uniform, or lack thereof. Then she'll lead, but... Still good skill, but... You are more suited for war. She shouldn't be out dueling. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, get back to position because I gotta roll for them. Even if they're not yet at full strength. But they will be for a time. So, you're depressed, and you got into a fight? Oh, these two fought. Oh, you shot his eye. Well, I don't think they use a weapon. It's like, again, it's time to settle the score from the homeland, and then, one can imagine he probably used this weapon and just shot him in the eye. And look at you, not a scratch on you. So, I guess I made the right choice to give that crossbow to him. It was originally to keep away assassins, but it's to keep away people like him. So, ha, ha, ha. You lost your eye, which you don't appear to be wounded at the moment. I guess he got over it pretty quickly. I mean, after all, he is a member of the Chosen of Ashoka, a Buddhist holy order. I mean, there's no bounty on his head. Remind me to craft you a set of armor. Just the lowest quality, just to give you further protection. In fact, there is time for that. And by the way, you are to get married to him as you like to be a shield maiden. If you were a shield maiden, protect him with your life. There, now we're married. And you will be Shah and Benedction in the future over there. In liberated territory. As I'm, starting to get old now. But don't worry. If, only hope that, Ranisa gets better from her infection. I mean, plus 50, plus 1, and this is plus 1, minus 2, so yeah, she's a little bit unhealthy at the moment, but they do have contact, so yeah, they could challenge each other to a duel, if need be. But she does have a lover, and it's that man. I wish there were ways for me to tell him, hey, break off of your love affair. Or I could tell her that. But you cannot. No, sir. May never know they'll fight again, but just for this once. Need a new set of armor. Not for myself. It's for the prince. Trade route from Samarkand is in dire new pack animals and equipment to be able to bring in goods to our realm. How much? 200? Sure. And we'll spend another soon, but I believe the resources and the silk trade will get us going. I guess you sold it. Or did you send a shipment over? No, he put a shipment of weapons and armor here. So that increases our levy size and reduces the maintenance costs for the retinue and ups the technology points of it. Ah, thank you. Most definitely thank you. Just for preparing for our war here. This might be a two-parter because of the conflict with China and the amount of delays we've been having. See, we've been making all that money quickly. Now it's time to hold the Justin Saga Festival. Oh, 50 gold. I thought it was a little expensive than that. Anyways, according to legend, Persian King Husheng discovered a secret fire in the hallowed past and brought it to benefit all people. We must then celebrate this with the Justin Saga Festival. It is held to honor fire and to defeat the forces of darkness, frost, and cold. Send out the invitations. All the Shahs, Ikshids, Mazabans, Mayors, and Herbads, including one Agbad, who lives here, and I would love to have that one day. Just to increase our tax and levy size. A festive mood is in the air. Bonfires are being built near the temples and lakes. Fathers are taking their sons to gather wood for the pyres. The women prepare food for the festival. Whoever does not give a branch, may God not grant their wish. Sometimes I wish it would say Ahura Mazda or Mazd and whatnot, because we're Zoroastrian. As part of the Justin Saga Festival, the Wombats bless their communities with the Atesh Nida Yesh, a lenity of fire. As a sovereign, I'm expected to attend the ceremony in my capital. Sometimes I read ahead, a little too fast. Oh wow, I didn't know that if you happen to be stressed or depressed, and you get more health bonus. But again, this is for me, not everybody. So. This blessing shall aid me in battle because of my martial education. So it just ups the morale of armies more. Because morale is the biggest strength against China. That's how we defeat them last time. And then we got Kang, the armor smith. Oh, I don't know about her. based on those traits. Again, we're just looking for simple armor. Nothing more expensive. This is for the prince, not for me. Because, don't worry, we'll get that old armor back. That's the heir who has it. A group of priests carry the sacred fire to the throne. My vassals follow them and are directed to their seats by servants. Let us celebrate the glory of Ormazd. If I want equality 3 for myself, I need a lot of money. But just 100 gold. It's for the prince. Just need him to have enough combat skill for him to beat the old man, should they ever get into a fight again. The celebrations are finally over. I feast on a bountiful food, while outside the bonfires are burnt out, having successfully driven away the demons of frost and cold. Soon the light of summer shall be upon us. Until next time. That ups the vassal opinion a little bit. Except for those that dislike me, like him. And one of these days, you go down too. Bakara is prospering. And so is Oshrasana. Okay, first thing next year. Because you know how brutal the winters can be. Just hope to make a little bit of money before we go. I mean, the monthly silk money, yes, but I was hoping for the resources. Well, son-in-law, that's what you are now. Oh, by the way, you upped your intrigue because you're patient now. Yeah, perhaps I should stop swaying you, because I'm gonna have to get ready to sway the Chinese commanders and try to get them to defect on our side as hostilities begin. Alright. Prince, this is for you. Or Shahzada. In case the old man wants to have a rematch with you. If he gets over his stress. And also, do take care of your wife. And plus, she's getting a little sick, which, if she dies due to the combination of that and depressed, it's gonna be a little sad. But, just one would think is she's not ready unless the warlord says so. Very well. Don't worry, it's enough. I mean, it used to be 1250 strong, but now it's more than that, and it'll continue to reinforce. Just wait until we reach 1,000, then... Oh! Speak of the devil. Okay, remember, this is going to be difficult. Yes, to claim this kingdom, that's why we brought him here as a favor. Everybody says yes. The loyalists will vote to like the liege. The pragmatist says the opponent is much weaker than us. Well, that's what they thought. And the glory hound, who was a Herbad, interestingly enough, says winning this war will grow the realm. We're talking about this war. You have different opinions on it? Doesn't matter, as much as they like it. The targeted land is part of your territory and is our culture group. It's both. The loyalists will remain loyal. Remember, it's to take all the territory that he currently holds. Even though in actuality, this is what it looks like. But this is actual control. But still, it's a good chunk of land that we're going to be taking it from. He's got a Tocharian concubine. Oh, by the way, just curiosity, one more thing. Ah, Taoist. Never mind. Because I didn't know you can have non-aggression pacts with them instead of, you know, all this sort of thing. Only has one tributary. But they're not going to be able to assist them for a while now. He's got two different wars. One's winning, and one's... Actually, he's winning both. He's doing well for himself and to his nomadic vassals. One last check. Is there nobody planning to assassinate the prince? Because he's a very important person. As we've said it many times here. So we're ready for war then. But do not worry about bankruptcy. We have a couple of good resources and now, Trade Master, I'm going to have to switch your focus to on making a profit. Which means he'll do anything to try to get more of the up on his gold, of his wealth. To have it so much that just in case, if I need to request money from him, if the war doesn't really go our way, in terms of maintenance. And is there anywhere in the domain that's not full garrison yet? Because it does not appear to be. We'll check Samarkand and 160, 120. Oh, that's 4. That's 3. I just want to make every damn sure. We'll be reinforced by then. I mean, after the war, we'll start building cities here and here. For more city tax, because we got that burger vassal, you know, pointed to that direction. Right, we've wasted enough time. And this is likely going to be a two-part war, because we wasted enough time getting to know Priyadeve. Again, this part of the land will become independent and later vassalized. I mean, we're not going to vassalize them right away, so remember, if we win the war, not only we get prestige, and he loses prestige, Priyadeve will get the county of Ytarimypoy and gains the kingdom of Zhu, also known as Khotan, or in the Tocharian language as Ytarimypoy. Which means his capital, if won, is going to be right there in Ytarimypoy. Which I believe it has a different name in the Tocharian language anyhow, so we'll see. But, as I said, it may look weak right now, but no, there's going to be a lot of events spawn troops behind. We're stronger than we were in the last war. But I got a few tricks up in my sleeve against them. My council informs me that the Chinese Emperor has sent significant forces from the heart of the Middle Kingdom to support their outlying regions in the west. Leaning over the war table, I can only hope my silence instills confidence in my advisors. At my own chest, I feel a mild panic rising. May Ahura Mazda help us. And this is what he has now. 22,000. Not as strong, at least to my liking. Yeah, we can take them on. So now, get the positions. This is just to open up the map a little on the reveal. We're leaving Constantinople and he'll be put here. This reveals more of the map. And that's something I don't often do. Again, does not do the duties like everybody else, but if we can put them back in Dan Huang, it reveals a bit of it, so we can get a clear picture of what's going on in the capital and the Tocharian region. Well, you got a special assignment for you. Just hold your position. They're likely going to, let me see, of the did your part. If any, they're probably going to take that southern route again. Kashgar is a very important place to get set up. Well, I'll be leading this army. By the way, our nationality of the Turan Empire is called Turani, not Turanian. Turani, okay. I mean, back then when it was Sogdiana, we called it Sogdian. Actually, get a little bit ahead of you. And that goes with you too. Just trying to be a little smart here on troop placements. Oh, you lot. Are you from Khotan? Yes. You should be up there. Because we need every able-bodied man available to get to Kashgar, because it has hills. We wouldn't want to be fighting in the desert and the rivers there, as the advances are to be made. But remember, this is the Tocharian War for Shahzada's Priyadeve's claim on Anjou. I mean, he can handle himself while I continue to antagonize him. I need to get rid of this old man here. So, now he's spawned with better commanders. Who do I want? Is the real question that could be of some use to us. I mean, for one, anybody that makes them move fast on the way to the tiger, we need to start swaying him. And I got one more trick up in my sleeve. Oh, it's you have to click on the portrait. Call to glory. Yes, as a member of the Eagle Warriors, I can choose to raise my banner and call forth all willing fighters of my lodge to join me in my current war, receiving regular reinforcements as long as I'm in command of their armies. So we get a few more additional troops. Even if we take severe losses, there'll be more and more coming. With the help of the Eagle Warriors, this battle is ours to lose. Already my fellow fighters are rallying from all over the realm, ready to show me their bravery in battle, but in a few months we will drown our enemies in steel and in blood. Come, my friends, eternal glory awaits the bravest among us. So new warriors will soon start flocking to my banners. So that's event spawn troops. And when the critical battle is coming, war sacrifice. That is our plan. The early plan in this war. Well, we got a special assignment for you. Because you will not be linked up with the main army. Let's go to war, Turani brothers and sisters. And assist for the shield maidens, which, by the way, one of which is infected, but she still has good combat skill. And I hope that she'll pull through this. I mean, after all, she's a warrior, right? I mean, she's a survivor. You know, when you're a first member of the warrior launch, you tend to be more resilient to battle injuries. So, I think she'll pull through. I have faith in her. Kondak is the man here. They call him the strong, and he's also the quick, the fast. And he's a gambler too, apparently. I mean, he'll stop gambling during the course of the war as the year passes on. Now the center. I mean, you're a flat terrain expert, but skill-wise on combat, you're better. So, yeah, you lead the center, and so will lead the flank, despite the fact that she's better off leading Lightfoot troops. Okay, we'll find a different position for you. I guess we'll have another shield maiden. Nana. I mean, I'll find Rani-san a different position, probably in the main army with us. Because you are part of this horse archer retinue, which your assignment will be different from the main army. The main army will do the bulk of the fighting, and the liberating and the sieging of enemy territory. You are going to go deep behind enemy lines, and if you see a small number of armies like this one, attack them. You are going to be the raiders. You're going to go beyond this, beyond the plains, the mountains, and the largely desert terrain to hit them from behind if need be. So let's make it official then. This army led by the 2 shield maidens and a man who can navigate through this place, and he's a strategist at that, so you could say he's the real brains behind this operation, because plus 50 movement speed. Look how fast it'll get. It'll get there in a week's, well, slightly more than a week's time, from county to county. It moves that fast. And in additional, this is part of the Silk Road, the Northern Silk Route here in the Tarim Basin, because of the local movement speed. Because this road has been traveled since time immemorial, many times. So you'll go through it very fast. And if necessary, we could try to besiege one of the holdings, preferably against this this old man, which he's not a commander, but he's a commander to him. If necessary, if the defense forces are to raise, and we'll fight them too. So, I want you to go up there and just hit them from behind. Don't go near any armies. Unless they take this route, then escape it to a different direction. And over time, they will build their strength until they are strong enough to attack. It's the long-range desert group. That might as well be the role that's most similar to. The Turani long-range desert group. And right now, they're fighting against raiders. And if we're fast enough, let's get these guys, pick them off. That's your intention. And you have a swollen wrist. I guess you lost the duel against Bonyak, who's friends with Ranisa, interestingly enough. While we'll get our army together to Kashgar, you will have the first strike. We know their large armies are over there. All you have to do is just hit them where it hurts. We don't care about the terrain advantage. They are very short in number. It'll take a few months to assemble the entire army at Kashgar, but we're just gonna pick them off bit by bit. And mind you, these are Tocharian troops of hers. So we're picking off, the levies are provided by her. So they're getting together over there, but some of them ain't gonna be coming with them. Excellent performance. We only had 1 casualty. That just depends on who's that exactly. And we killed them all. This is what we mean by raid. Adopted this new style of warfare. And in addition, you are also our extra pair of eyes for reconnaissance to keep track of their movements in case the counselors that we've sent can't see them. They're well on their way. Oh, so there they are. They're gathering around. Yep, there they are. That's their large army. I mean, they're going to have to go down to take our areas, not to attack them. You'll do. You'll find a place, and plus you are a socializer and a poet. I guess that's why they call you the noble. If one of our commanders gets killed, you'll be one of the first replacements. Oh, a warrior poet. That's something we lack of these days. So they're going down there, but is it a good idea to try to take them on this way? I mean, it's desert, which doesn't give their cavalry any bonus. Actually, no bonus to infantry, but cavalry bonus. New eager fighters joined me at Fergana to earn glory by my side. That's because of my position there. So these newly spawned troops actually came in here. See? Yeah, they're coming with me. How much is that exactly? 700. Oh, that's more cavalry and horse archers. Excellent. Remain on course. As we're keeping track. Like, as we get our armies together to Kashgar, you're doing reconnaissance work. Do not siege of the areas. It'll get their attention. Yeah, they're all together now. Jewish spy master. There'll be some use to you. And remember, we're doing this for the Tocharian merchant prince. Okay, perhaps you're going a little too far. So move back. Well, not like that. I mean, they're likely going to take that route, which is what I was most suspicious about. So try to make your way back here. This is what we mean by extra pair of eyes. And Khotan. What's Khotan doing? Holy War from Nagari. Oh yeah, you have an unrelated war, but it took you to the other side, and now you've ran into them. Too bad we didn't think this through, and wish we could catch up to them. I mean, even with all that strength, I think you would have beaten them. There goes my advisor. Just to keep you pleased. And now they're dealing with raiders as well. I don't think we'll get there in time, but it would have been nice to try to contribute by catching up to them. No, we won't kill off these forces, and going over there would be a bad idea. So they'll definitely destroy that host. More fighters to Kashgar. Almost everybody is here. Now, where to make a stand? I think here. Come. It's me, Ranitsa, and I guess you, because they call you the Defender. You know how to fight in defensive battles well. So when they get together, and they will try to make their advance here, as a river runs through here, so if they try to cross any path of it here... Oh, and I didn't know there is an actual way through Kunlun. Basically, any part of that county has river on, and desert. Despite the fact that it's been recently raided by raiders. Just done the best we could. On 57 days. Okay, we'll spend a little. And build a fort. I did say we're going to make a stand, so we'll fortify this position. Continue with your work. We're not going to attack them from behind, because they're too strong right now. We are too late to help out with the raiders, which I would have been more than happy to assist. And we're rivals now. My work here is done. But too bad that I'm in war. But now I can put a bounty on you. Just, woo, very pricey. Because I need to get rid of him in order to ensure that the Tocharian prince stays alive. He doesn't have much money, unless he's put a bounty on him already, so I have to be careful with that. I mean, he's stressed, so I think he'll die pretty soon. Hit him from behind now, even though we're going to pick on him off by a few. This will keep them busy. I just hope they haven't got to our attention yet, because the battle's going to begin 5th June. No. They'll keep going on the southern direction. Now they're in Artux. Yeah, just a few more reinforcements. Stay back. So here comes the raiders. Namdar. You again? I had enough of you. This one I'll put a bounty on. He's doing it again. This happened the second time, and it happened during a war with the Chinese. There'll be a river crossing here. No river crossing there except from Dudas County, where we will be arriving there before they do, hopefully, now that they're at combined strength. So yeah, Keria is where we'll make our stand. Don't siege it. Just keep roaming around until you see troops and keep picking them off, bit by bit. We've only invested our money on keeps, just to increase the garrison size, because every time when they assault, they would lose a bit of that event spawn troops. He doesn't have enough money for mercenaries though, but let me see. Dan Kwang, no trade post. Gao Chang, trade post. I got a job for you. Even though we don't have a siege person to do so, but just try to occupy a little bit of that territory just to bring down their trade post. Destroy their economy. But I think the jig is up. They've realized what we're up to. Unless they're dealing with another group of raiders, which they are. Yeah, that's what they're going after, not us. Successful jihad for Arabia. Won by him. He wasn't part of that jihad, was he? Oh, it was against the Shamirate. I thought it meant Shia Arabia. No. They wanted Mecca and Medina back because it was under the control of the Zikris. So that was a waste of a jihad in terms of what you're going to use it to expand your realm. So yeah, done it. Anyways, back to the front. So we got their army's attention. Still. Let's drink in his honor. Tocharian troops have awoken. Oh yeah, this is the man that accepted the betrothal for the prince. This is his land, technically. If we can capture him, more money for us. Anybody that works with China is an enemy. Keep eyes. Going for uni. No, 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 don't. I know what they're up to. We're new friends now. So we got them where we wanted, so split up. Make our advance to liberate the territory. And you follow behind. Yep, Tocharian troops have risen up because they realize what we're up to. But don't worry, there's another escape route through there. Yeah, we definitely got their attention. She's not leading her troops, if only, so that way we can capture her and don't kill her. We know what we're doing. So they're going to Mingui. But the question is, where are they going? We ought to get you one of these days. Oh, Barry, since you are their commander... Oh, no. He's steward, so he can't lead troops. Where are they going next? Yankui. I think they're taking the northern route. Okay, go the long way. Thought I told you to split up. But nonetheless. Retake it, this is easy. Get up here. If you can. Again, we've already committed... Oh wait, I'm the organizer. What the hell am I talking about? Don't worry about the attrition. Some more of the undisciplined elements of my new troops started to complain that I do not share the loot from our battles equally. They're demanding what they consider the rightful compensation, threatening to leave their army, my army, if the request is denied. You shall have your money. We'll duel some other time, when you get better. Because I hate to do this to you. What the hell did the Turk General do? Oh, he's called upon them, but they're busy. Well, that's what these guys are for. It's to take them on, too. The Chinese are still advancing this way. Yeah, they've gone back and they're going to retake those areas. And now that you're here, try to go here. Yeah, we'll be attacking this one. No losses. You keep going, but we'll let them have these areas. I mean, it's plains. Best we could do is just at least delaying them a little. Hell, we'll build forts all around. Why the hell not? Enemy occupation. One more here. Yeah, the Tocharian Saga front is more important. That one's a little too much for us to take on. But keep roaming around. So tell you what, go that way. because need to fight them, defeat their army, and then when they're on center retreat, then our horse archers will finish them off. There's gonna be no escape for them. And a protector general is there. If we can capture him, this will be an easy victory without the devastating casualties like the last time. So just stick around. Just keep roaming around, back and forth, until further orders. Because this is our main assault. This is an offensive battle, so we do not need you right now. What else is good on the plains? Chatis. Oh, I know you're depressed right now, but it's time for you to earn your pay. Earn your cape. They ain't gonna run off. We'll let them take those territories. And now they've been called to action. Greedy fellows, aren't you? Oh yeah, you are a bad person. By the way, we need the money, so we'll put you in and then we'll let you out, because ransom. Thank goodness we captured him in one battle. That was the easiest war ever. And plus this idea of sending the horse archer retinue, easy for me to say, horse archer retinue behind enemy lines, great idea. To attack any small armies as they're gathering on the larger ones, just to hit them from behind, so they don't reinforce that much. Or, alternatively, how much? He doesn't have that many. And there is no way in hell that he can get it all back. Well, Prince, you're going home. And you glad you become content, and you are a big eater. You've gotten fat. Well, you're going to take all that money with you, and the Shield Maiden will be with you. If she can get over depression, because she will serve under you now. So we got what we wanted. Of course, that means the old man's still alive. Not him, the Tocharian there. He's still there. Oh no, it is part of our empire. Of Turan. Hey! But there's still a big piece of it that still needs to be connected. And if we wanted to, I could declare war on them again, breaking a truce, just to beat their asses again. Of course, that defensive pact is going to hinder me from doing so. When the first Sogdian armies clashed against the Chinese regiments, few anticipated its outcome. While the Middle Kingdom put up a valiant effort, or so they say, it ended in sullen retreat. It is finally clear that the Jin Empire has lost the war against Turan. The Empress Nazgul stands victorious, while agents across the world are wondering what repercussions will this have for the political map. We have to come to know. The Jin Empire will remember our name. We got him. We got your kingdom back. They call you the usurper. Who has the prison? Protector General. Well, you are no longer trade master. I mean, you made good money, and now you are under our protection. And I'm sure you probably want Kashgar and Khotan. That, I will give it to you. But, you know, these guys also hold that, so we don't want them to be too powerful. And that's what the creation of these titles are for. Satrapi of Baka, that's 1. I mean, wish we had Sistan. They're all different dynasties. But you have the biggest. Just looking. Is there a way to, you know, get these guys from over there to join her? Not really. I mean, they'll serve under him. I mean, of course, that's going to cause problems at home. Including a few Mazatanites. And you are still there. But, you know, there's that Duchy of Pamir title we never created. So, what does that consist of? Just 2 counties. So I thought we could separate that realm a little. Now I can invoke your title since you are still the traitor of the nation. Let me see. Anyway, who controls Pamir? Because I need to give that to you. Oh, that's Kashmir, not... Well, who owns Kashmir? Dirty and this needed lives there. A few more satrapies don't hurt. You run, come here. Retract vassalage. That's what I was looking for. That's how that works. What is it possible to retract vassalage and get away with it? Will not reject. Ah. I get it now. I get it now. Oh. Wouldn't retracting vassalage to a guy who's not in prison considered as tyranny? Well, that'll be minus 10, not minus 15 when you revoke him. Man, he's going to hate me for this. Even though we could arrest him and risk civil war, which will no doubt defeat him. So, just we'll continue to wrap up with him. I mean, he can keep Kashgar, but not the southern provinces. Those will leave from him. He currently holds Kashmir, but we could take this Mazaban and put him into this one. It's an offer you cannot refuse. It's not that hard. All yours. Okay. I'm just making some changes just to, you know, reduce their power a bit of the 2 Shaka counties as we give, you know, more autonomy towards the newly liberated Tocharian kingdom of Khotan, or Ytarimypoy in their language. I mean, I'm not going to give it to you just yet. I'm still working on it. It's in the works. Just beat up the raiders. Oh, and do not forget, cousin is at it again. And we may have to fight a civil war. Yeah. Right. Now that we've done that, so Kashmir will be taken away from you, and it will be given to Kashmir proper. Much better. So after we deal with the raiders, he's next. So don't worry. He likes me so much for 20 years that I pressed his claim. Not to mention he's well content, man, so he'll never get mad at me. Which we'll use this time to, you know, reshuffle the deck, so to speak, of the vassals of who's running what and who's running where. Oh, and the horse archers must return. Return to your normal positions, or at least areas that are suspected to revolt. Like this area. This is a reform. And I got him. He needs another skull. Osmos. Yeah, the unfortunate. Yep, this is his skull. And I keep forgetting to use this during an important war like that, but don't worry, we're able to win it easy. And does that mean I have a modifier that I've angered China? Look, sorry about all this, right? You still angry with me? Oh yeah, we got this new noble here, which I don't think we plan on using him, but do take advantage of this. And I'll send you a concubine. None of my shield maidens. Oh, Kama Sutra. I can't use this book, that's for Indo-Aryans, but it may come to some use to you. Don't want to request a peace deal. Well, wait a minute, what are you doing? If you want to reclaim all that de jure territory, which does mean all of Kumal, you are going to lose all that grace anyhow. But we'll put it to use. Give me a Chinese artifact. See what you got. Jin artwork. I mean, let me see. Oh yeah, this thing. An interesting piece of art created by a renowned painter from China. It makes me feel that if myself were sitting in a faraway lands in the Middle Kingdom. Right, now that we've defeated the raiders, you are going to prison. And it ain't. It ain't happening. Fine by me. Because once we defeated you, we're going to be revoking some of your titles, and the vassals must leave under your rule, so that you only rule this portion, maybe some of that, to the proper areas of Pamir, and maybe Pamir and Ladakh should be independent. If we can create a Kingdom of Kashmir to go along with that of the Turan Empire, despite the fact that this is not technical part of Turan Empire, but you made it happen. You Zoroastrians made it happen. And you will soon be ruled under by the Tocharian Buddhist, which is not popular with you, but I put him there. He's an important figure. He doesn't have much of a dynasty. Oh, he only rules a single county. I noticed there's the former. Wish we can get rid of her. Unless I want to buy a favor, then come and then... Yeah. That's our plan. Ah, Priyadeve. I'm gonna make you steward because you've had such a good experience. Now that you're a patient man these days. If you want to be on a council, sign right here. I'm glad this all worked out. Now we got to deal with their armies, wherever they are. They're in Tibet still. That is a long name. It appears that my services are no longer required, my liege. I shall hereby give you the trade goods out of my possession and let you manage the trading. It was an honor. Again, he's no longer my trade master. He's now the ruler over there again. If he remains. As long as those people, well, don't kick him out. I mean, they're okay with him, so far. Not that, but except for this man. So he's given me this amount of money. So, thank you very much. So, you've given away all that money you made to me. Oh, and you got your sister back. Even though I was married to this man, which no doubt he's going to have a claimant. Yeah, we can get rid of him. Already has a child in line. Which, matter of fact, he's third in line. Oh, we don't want that. Yeah, I am really appealing to the Tocharians. Also, thanks for the money, but we can repay the loan now. We'll get the rest of the money by other means, anyhow. See what I mean? Khotan managed to expand southward. Kunduts. I mean, I would love to have you in our services, so... How about you? I didn't pick up sympathy. Try again. Yeah. At least you tried. We gotta end this war quickly before cousin comes in. Oh yeah, that was the old fort we took down. That we once built there. Oh yes, of course, there's raiders to deal with too. That's under your jurisdiction now, but you can't do a damn thing about it. I've sent my retinue over there, but I think eventually they'll go away. You know what? Your new assignment is to protect Tocharian lands from raiders. Because they have a bad defense, infrastructure is poor, and I don't know, so maybe one day I would invest their money on building new holdings for them. But I think the vassals will soon support them. Once we get this whole thing settled. Husband's got the flu, which we never had children, unfortunately. Well, his children. Me. We got prisoners. One little battle will make a difference. Khosrow. He knows how to defend. You're in. Don't destroy that trade post. That's for the Sogdian Turani economy. Maybe after this war we should look for another resource. Well, after this war, and then beat up my cousin again, and this time he stays in prison forever. Because I cannot believe how ambitious that man is. Thought that one time, and then claim dies with him. But apparently not. More money from the flax field. Oh, Ronnie's is she better from the affection? Yeah, she's better from the affection. She picked up humble. And she's a veteran, so she's third high ranking. I forgot about you getting married in the future. From now on, you will be stationed in newly liberated Tocharian territory. And whenever there's raiders up there, you are to deal with them. Yeah, sorry we're devastating this new countryside that's going to go to the Tocharian soon. I mean, how generous of him. Well, not that part. Gave away all his money that he made to me before he took the throne, which he's not going to have that much of an income because he inherited a land that's been taking a tax break, and there's still a local death cult there, despite the absence of a temple there. You got till June, remember, before cousin comes. This is the only best place for supply, up in these mountains. There's the leader, and we didn't capture him. Wait for the others, don't assault it. This is my chance to try to get him. But remember, it's a small chance. I got lucky with the favor of how we got the Priyadeve over here. It was good meeting a new friend. That's what the gregarious trait. Not this time. Unless I like him well enough and tell him to, No. He would have to be in prison. But if I had an intrigue of skill 20, the intrigue skill of 20, I would try to kidnap him if I was a more intriguing person. I'm not, and neither is she. Oh, we're capturing a lot of prisoners. A Shia Jihad for Anatolia that belongs to the Byzantine Empire. No concern of ours either. I'm surprised they haven't gone after these, those Kurdish Zoroastrians that liberated themselves. 100% war score. And just under a month before cousin. It's too bad nobody, gone in after him. So get to Samarkand immediately. You too. Now then, now that we got this settled, you are to surrender a few counties. I mean, not that you personally control, but you got too many Marzel bands. Why do you have so many vassals? Did he die? Well, shoot, he holds both of them. You are a madman. You are Zoroastrian and you've gone Mazdaki? In this case, we get to revoke all your titles. Put you under house arrest. Oh, just for a second, because, you know, that means, well, I don't want you to die during the process. The only Mazdaki residents. Lucky us. And that culture is technically Sogdian up there. So if we want to be technical, or just let Shakaman rule Pamir. I mean, he's got pretty good skill. She's not bad either. Okay, actually, you run Pamir. You're more familiar with the mountains than we are. Give me that. There, now you run Pamir. And these all three is from Ladakh. So they need to surrender all of this. I mean, I'm not revoking, well, maybe the southern one. So, Pangong. This will upset the vassals a little. And, Disket. I'm just making reforms. He's over there in Merv, so he's not far. Well, as we were making reforms, Empress Nazgul has ascended to heaven at age 53. She died of severe stress. A skilled hunter, or huntress, Nazgul filled her halls with exotic trophies gathered in her expeditions in the wilderness. By exotic trophies, we mean the skulls of her enemies. Now, Empress Ranisa, tolerant of those of other faiths, Ranisa's curiosity will surely find her many friends. Long live Empress Ranisa. Afghans rebelled, which is whatever. Right. Create the duchy or satrapy of Ladakh, and it should be you, the one who runs it, because of your very high stewardship. Continuing what Mother has been doing. And as the second in a row of a Shield Maiden ruler, my birthday's coming up in a month. Well then, we have to do a sky burial, as per tradition. As my mother's heir falls upon me to bring her to the mountains, she'll be offered to the birds of prey, and in death she'll generously share her flesh with all living creatures. May her spirit soar into the heavens. I shall take her to the mountains myself. Right, you crazy person. Well, we can't take any more of it, but the vassals are still down there. Many of which he shouldn't really have them on the red, and they should go to, I don't know, or just be independent of themselves, and you'll figure out what to do with the rest of you. I mean, honestly, I would have rather given them independence. Just tell them, hey, get out of there. We never wanted control of that area. Unless we, you know, vassalize these guys, and that would mean our stronger desire to reform the Persian Empire, but that's a dream. Get back in here. Need to uncover the plots. Now, who wants to marry me? Because I'm ready to have a family. I mean, a fellow Zoroastrian helps. Again, you can marry anybody regardless of age. Cousin Darush? Do you want to marry me? I mean, you're attractive. It's not the Xarwalda thing, but it's a cousin marriage. So it's not exactly part of Zoroastrian tradition, but make it as such. I'll be back in the service soon enough. And I will soon become a heroine in the next episode. And I don't want to lower the fertility, but what am I lacking? Learning. So, I'm alright. The spirit of serenity lowers the stewardship, but ups the learning, so I can compose a book. And continue on to focus on Samarkand. How much is the kingdom? Oh yeah, I don't have enough piety. Which I'm thinking theology would be easy. But a little bit of stewardship helps. I mean, soon we'll be in a period of peacetime because of the threat level, so I think I would be better off for business. Ups the city vassal opinion more, therefore more taxes. You know, why not? Let's make some more money, as we have a habit of doing. Oh, and what did the rest of the vassals think of me before we revoke more of it? I'm going to be making some enemies very soon as we continue to retract the vassalage of other areas, like down there. Yeah. And it's 5. Again, they'll still be on their way to Samarkand. Want children now. I'm going to start swaying you. You'll be one of those Babod. Too bad you were never part of the military, but whatever helps. Where? Oh no, that's part of Khotan, not down there. No, Yarkand is down there to, figure out the names, alright? Aro, yeah. So it's less penalty because it's not actual part of Khotan. After reaching the mountains, I carefully place the body at what I deem a good location. I can already hear the vultures soaring above me as I perform the necessary rituals. When I start to make my way back down, it doesn't take long until the vultures begin to tear out the flesh with both beak and claw. We are with Zurvan now. Kalat? Who holds Kalat? Saranj? There's Saranj. And one more for Farah. Para, para, para. Just shaking my head, in case if you're wondering what my reaction is. The enemy's arrived, but we've yet to arrive. Okay, Sky Burial's finished, now it's time for me to lead. I'll end the episode when this war is concluded. And since it's in flat terrain, he's assaulting. Are you still? Hurry up with your offer. Who holds Kandil? Yeah. That's the last one. And I should give them all to you, which of course, that's going to take a lot of time, so that's going to be for the next episode, right? Just wait one. We'll get this sorted out in the next episode now that we've, picked part of it. And soon, we'll give away all these give away those 2 satrapies to the Tocharian ruler, which, I wonder, what does he think of me? Oh, wrong guy. Still likes it very much because he really loved my mother. But you'll like me more when I make another decision very soon. And we gotta start releasing prisoners in the next one. So let's just finish this this kinsman of mine. Let's go, shield maidens, shield sisters. Ooh, these are half sisters. Oh, I forgot to turn that message back on. That the enemy is besieging us. If there is a way to. Yeah, I'm gonna have that figured out the next one as well. I gotta get these other sisters married too. We got him. But this time, you stay in prison. Because that's twice already that you've done it. Even though we did take a bit of a beating. But don't worry, we're still strong enough to take on whoever threatens Turan. So now, shut up all of you. So in the next episode, we'll get everything sorted out on who runs where, who runs what, and who gets what. So yeah, we've done some revoking and retracting, and now it's to reshuffle, the vassalage of who's running what. Yeah, just a bit of a Turani reform. I turned 30, and maybe the next episode will become of that rank, just to follow my mother's footsteps. And whenever I have children of my own, I want them to go on a different path. Because we don't want to have generations of very good warriors, but no skill on anything else. Because they need to be specialized, and that's on the other stuff. So, we'll be joining us in the next episode. Until then, so long for now.